Next class Tetrapoda. The animals which are present in Tetrapoda mostly terrestrial, some are aquatic, some are amphibious. In this animal, pentadactyl limbs are there. Pentadactyl limbs, that is a forelimb and hind limbs are there. 5 digits are there. Pentadactyl limbs are there. Here, the respiration is done mainly by lungs. In some, like amphibians like that, the skin is also perform a respiration. In Tetrapoda, 4 classes are there. 4 classes. One is amphibia. Second one is reptilia. Third one is aves. Fourth one is mammalia. Most of the tetrapods are terrestrial, some are aquatic, some are amphibious. In these tetrapods, pentadactyl limbs are there. Next, in these tetrapods, the main respiratory organs are lungs, but in amphibian, skin is cutaneous respiration is also occur. In tetrapod, 4 classes are there. One is amphibia, second one is reptilia, third one is aves, fourth one is mammalia. First, amphibia. These amphibians are the first tetrapods. They come out from the water on land. They lead a dual life. That means they can live in water and also they can live on land also. Next then, they evolved from osteolepid fishes in the last Devonian period. Next, they flourished in Carboniferous period. That's why this Carboniferous period is considered as a golden age. Carboniferous period is a golden age of amphibians. Now then, these amphibians are the first tetrapods. They come out from water on land. They can lead a dual life. That means they can live in water and also they can live on land. Next, these amphibians are evolved from osteolepid fishes in last Devonian period and flourished in Carboniferous. So, the Carboniferous period is considered as a golden age of amphibians. Though they come out from the water on the land, they are not lead a successful terrestrial life because they still tied to the water for reproduction and development. For reproduction and development, water is essential. So, they are not successful terrestrial tetrapods because they still tied over to the water for reproduction and also for the development. If these amphibians lay egg on land, they will be dry up because they are not cleidoic eggs. That means the egg is not surrounded by the shell. When they lay, on the land, they will be dry up. When they will be dry up, the fertilization is not occur. That's why for reproduction and development, the water is essential. Water is essential. So, they are not successful terrestrial vertebrates. Next then, so many amphibians are extinct. Next, the present amphibians which are extant, they are classified into 3 orders. One is Apoda or Caecilians. Second one is Urodela or Cadata. Third one is Yenura or Selentia. Next then, the general character of these animals. These are the first tetrapod which lead a dual life. They can live in water and also they can live on the land. Next then, the body is divided into head and trunk. In some, tail is present. Next then, body is soft. Body's scales are not present except in apods. Scales are not present. Exoskeleton is absent in these amphibians. That's why the body is soft, moist and glandular. Next then, here one pair of forelimbs and hind limbs are there. In some, the unequal fore and hind limbs are there. For example, in frog, forelimbs are shorter than the hind limbs. Hind limbs are larger than the forelimbs. Unequal limbs are present in some. In some, equal limbs are present. Equal limbs. For example, salamanders, Proteus. The both forelimb and hind limb are equal in size. These limbs are pentadactyl limbs are present here. Next then, the dentition, the endoskeleton. This here the skull is a dicondylic skull. This means the base of the skull has a two condyle. Next, vertebrae. In some procellus vertebrae are there. For Anuras, procellus. Procellus means the centrum, the anterior side concave. That is a procellus vertebrae. Next, in apods, amphicoelous vertebrae are there. Amphicoelous vertebrae are there. Next, in Urodels, opisthocoelous vertebrae are there. In the posterior side, the centrum has a concave in structure. In Anuras, the vertebrae are procellus. In apods, the vertebrae are amphicoelous. In Urodels, the vertebrae is opisthocoelous vertebrae. Opisthocoelous vertebrae are there. Next then, in this animal, first sternum is formed. Sternum is appeared first in these animals. So, here vertebrae are procellus in some. For example, Anuras, frog-like animals. Next, amphicoelous. That means the centrum has both sides concave structure. Next, example, apods, ichthyophytes. For example, ichthyophytes. Opisthocoelus means the posterior part of the centrum has a concave in structure. So, these are different types of vertebrae are seen in amphibians. In amphibians, first sternum is appeared. Sternum is appeared. Next then here dentition is acrodont dentition, acrodont and homodont and polyphyodont. Polyphyodont dentition is seen here. In these animal, respiration is done by cutaneous skin. Next, buccal pharyngeal respiration and pulmonary respiration. Pulmonary respiration is occur here. In cutaneous respiration is occur. Next, buccal pharyngeal respiration and pulmonary respiration. Three types of respirations are occur here in these animals. That is cutaneous by the help of the skin. Next, buccopharyngeal respiration and pulmonary respiration by lungs. Next then, here in circulatory system, heart has a 3-chambered heart is present. 3-chambered heart is present. 2 auricles. This is a right auricle. This is a left auricle. This is a ventricle. Right atrium, left atrium. This is a ventricle. Next then, in this heart on dorsal side, sinus venosus is present. Sinus venosus is present. This sinus venosus is a triangular structure. This sinus venosus collect deoxygenated blood or impure blood from the various part of the body through 3 clavial veins. This is a right clavial vein, this is a left clavial vein, this is a post clavial vein. This synovenosus open into the right atrium. Next then, on the ventral side, a big artery is there, that is a conus arteriosum. Conus arteriosum. This conus arteriosum divided into two branches. Each branch give 3 aortic arches. 3 aortic. One is a carotid arch. Second one is a systemic arch. Third one is a pulmocutaneous arch. So, in amphibians, 3 pairs of aortic arches are there. In amphibian, heart has a 3 chambers. One is a right atrium, second one is a left atrium, next third is a ventricle. And the dorsal side, sinus venosus is there. This sinus venosus collect the impure blood from various parts of the body through 3 clavial vein. One is a right preclavial vein, left preclavial vein and post preclavial vein. This sinus venosus open into the right atrium. On the ventral side, one big artery is there, that is called as a conus arteriosum. This conus arteriosum, when cross this heart, divided into 2 branches, Each branch gives 3 aortic arches. Totally in amphibians, 3 pairs of aortic arches are there. Next here, red blood cells have nucleus. Nucleated RBCs are present here. Next, in this system, portal system is well developed. Portal system is well developed. What is a portal vein? Portal vein. A vein which start with capillaries in one organ, and end in another organ with capillaries. This vein cannot carry the impure blood directly to the heart. It collect the impure blood and pour it in the middle of the body in another organ. That type of vein is called as a portal vein. The system which is formed by the union of the portal vein, it is called the portal system. Portal system. In this amphibians, portal system is well developed. This portal system is a two type, renal portal system and hepatic portal system. Both renal and hepatic portal systems are well developed. The renal portal system start from the posterior part of the body with capillaries, and in the middle of the body in the kidneys with capillaries. Next is hepatic portal system start from digestive system with capillaries, and in the liver with capillaries. So, this portal system is well developed. Both type of portal systems are present in amphibians, that is renal portal system and hepatic portal system are present. Next then, excretory system. In excretory system, mesonephric kidneys are there. They excrete urea, so they are ureotelic animals. Next then, here the central nervous system, they're both brain and spinal cord covers by meanings, two meanings, that is one is a durameter, second one is a pia-meter. Durameter is a outermost meaning, pia-meter is a inner meaning. Next, in this animal, 10 pairs of cranial nerves are there. In this animal, 10 pairs of cranial nerves are there. In the middle ear, only one ossicle is there, that is a columella aris. This columella aris, the modification of hyomandible of fishes. Next then, in this amphibians, first tympanium, Harderian glands, lacrimal glands are appear. Central nervous system, that is a brain and a spinal cord, covers two meanings. The outer meaning is called as a durameter, the inner meaning is called as a pia-meter. Here 10 pairs of cranial nerves are there. In the middle ear, one ear ossicle is there, that is a columella iris. It is a modification of myomandible hyomandible of this fishes. Next, in amphibians, first tympanium and lacrimal glands and Harderian glands are appeared. Next here, sexes are separate. Next, then external fertilizations occur, but in apods, internal fertilization is occur. They are oviparous. They lay eggs. The indirect development is occur here. These are some important characters of amphibia. Example rana. Before rana. Next, before toad. Next, hyla, rhacophorus, ichthyophis, salamander. salamander. These are some example for class amphibia. This is classic general characters of amphibia. Reptiles are ectothermic amniotic vertebrates. Ectothermics or poikilotherm are cold-blooded animals. They can't maintain their body temperature constantly. The body temperature change depending upon the surrounding temperature. The type of animals are called as ectothermic or poikilotherm or cold-blooded animals. Next, amniotic. Amniotic means during developmental stages, the first amnion is formed in these animals. First amnion in egg, amnion is one of the extra embryonic membrane is formed. So, they are reptiles are ectothermic amniotes. These reptiles are evolved from extinct labyrinthodonts. Extinct labyrinthodont amphibians in Carboniferous period. Carboniferous period. These reptiles are evolved. From extinct labyrinthodont amphibians in Carboniferous period. In Mesozoic era, they flourish. So, this Mesozoic era is considered as a golden age of reptiles. Golden age of reptiles. They are first successful terrestrial vertebrates. They are first successful terrestrial vertebrates because they lay cleidoic eggs. They lay cleidoic eggs. Cleidoic eggs means the egg is surrounded by calcareous shell. This calcareous shell possesses a porous calcareous shell is there. Porous calcareous shell is there. Through this pore, the oxygen is supplied into the egg. So, these are lay cleidoic eggs with the 4 extra embryonic membranes. They are amnion, allantois, chorion and yolk sac. Next then, beside these cleidoic eggs, they have epidermal scales. The scales act as a exoskeleton. Epidermal scales. These epidermal scales prevent the evaporation of the water. So, it is used for conservation of water. Next, in these animals, the pentadactyl limbs with claws are evolved. Pentadactyl limbs, claws are formed. In animal kingdom, first claws are formed in reptiles. These clawed pentadactyl limbs are used to move very fast on land. And also in this animal, pulmonary gas exchanges occur. The respiration is done by lungs and also internal fertilization is there. So, beside these cleidoic eggs with 4 extra embryonic membrane, these animals have some adaptation. They are epidermal scales. Next, they have clawed pentadactyl limbs. Next, pulmonary respiration and internal fertilization. So, they lead a successful life on land. So, the reptiles are the first successful vertebrates on land. Next, among these reptiles, some are extinct. The extinct reptiles are dinosaurs. Extant animals are classified into 4 orders. They are Chelonia, Rhynchocephalia, Crocodilia, and Lacertilia. So, this is a scomata. not Lacertilia, Squamata. So, the living reptiles are classified into 4 classes, 4 orders. One is Chelonia, second one is Rhynchocephalia, third one is Crocodilia, fourth one is Squamata. This Squamata further classified into 2 suborders. One is the Lacertilia, second one is the Ophidia. Next, general characters. The reptiles are poikilotherm or ectotherm and are cold-blooded animals. They are true terrestrial vertebrates. They are successful vertebrates. They creep and walk on the land. Next then, here the body is divided head, neck, trunk and tail. Here the body is covered by epidermal scales, shields. Epidermal scales or epidermal shields are there. These are act as exoskeleton, and nails are formed first in animals here. Nails. The pentadactyl limbs have nails. Claws. That is called as a claws. Claws are formed here. Next, then in these reptiles, the body is dry body is there. Next, the body is covered by epidermal scales and shields. Next, pentadactyl limbs have claws. In kingdom Animalia, the first claws are formed in reptiles. Next then, endoskeleton. In endoskeleton, skull is a monocondylic skull. That means the base of the skull, only one condyle is there. In the skull, some spaces are there. That is called as a fossae. Temporal fossae. These temporal fossae are used to attach the skull muscles. So, the skull is a monocondylic skull. In the skull, some temporary fossae are there. Next, in these reptiles, in cervical vertebrates, the first vertebrae are modified as a atlas. Second vertebrae is modified as a axis. To rotate the head freely. Next, in these animal, 2 sacral vertebrae are there. The number of sacral vertebrae is 2. Next, in this animal, each half of the lower jaw consists 6 bones. This is about endoskeleton. The skull is a monocondylic skull. Next, in the skull, temporary fossae are there. Next, in this animal, in the lower jaw in half of the lower jaw has a 6 bones. In this animal, in cervical vertebrae, the first vertebrae is modified as atlas, and the second vertebrae is modified as axis. By this atlas and axis, these animals move head freely to and fro. Next, then here in this animals. Next, then this is a digestive system. Dentition is a acrodont dentition is there, homodont dentition, and polyphyodont is there. Polyphyodont dentition is appear here. Acrodont means the teeth are arranged in the edge of the jaw. Next, then homodont means all the teeth are the same in size, shape and function. Next, polyphyodont means during lifespan teeth are shed off more time and form new teeth. Next then, a Cleoca is divided into three parts in these animals, that is coprodium, urodium and proctodium. Coprodium, first part is a coprodium, the middle is the urodium, next third is a proctodium. Cleoca is divided into three parts. Next, here the pulmonary respiration is respiration is done by lungs. In this animal, for ventilation, they use ribs and intercostal muscles. Ribs and intercostal muscles. Intercostal muscle means the muscles which are present in between the ribs. So, these animals use first in animal kingdom ribs and intercostal muscle for ventilation. In Chelonias, the cleocal respiration is occur. The cleoca is highly vascularized. Through this cleocal wall, the respiration is occur. In Chelonias, example, turtles, the respiration is a cleocal respiration is occur. Next, the circulatory system. In heart, three chambers are there, two atria, one incompletely divided ventricle is present, but in crocodiles heart has four chambers. In these animals, the sinus venosus is present, conus arteriosus is absent. Sinus venosus is present, conus arteriosus is absent. In this animal, three aortic arches start through the ventricles. From ventricle itself, three aortic arches are started here. Next then, in these animals, the portal system is a well-developed portal system is there, that is a renal portal system and hepatic portal system is well-developed. Next, RBC or nucleated RBCs are present here. Next, in excretion, metanephric kidneys are there. Kidneys are metanephric kidneys. They excrete uric acid, so they are called as uricotelic animals. Next, here in these animals, the nervous system. In this animal, 12 pairs of cranial nerves are there, but in snakes only 10 pairs of cranial nerves are present. Tympanium is present. In this animal, Jacobson organ is well developed. Jacobson organ is there. This Jacobson organ used for olfactory in function. This Jacobson organ is present in lizard and snakes. In male, copulatory organ is present. But in male spinodon, copulatory organ is absent. Next, in snakes and lizards, the hemipenis is there. Two penis are there. Next, internal fertilization is occur. They lay cleidoic eggs. That means they are oviparous, except some snakes, that is vipers. Vipers are viviparous. So, eggs are megalesthal eggs. And telolesthal eggs. Megalesthal means more yolk is there. And telolesthal eggs are there. Next, here cleavages are meroblastic and discoidal cleavages are occur. Meroblastic and discoidal cleavages are occur during developmental stages. extra embryonic membranes are formed. They are amnion, allantois, chorion and yolk sac. These are some important characters of reptilia. Next then, this class Reptilia further classified into 4 orders. Order 1 is Chelonia. In Chelonia, tortoise are included. Chelone, this is a chelone, and that is a Trionyx. Example, Trionyx, testudo. Chelone is a green turtle, that is a marine turtle. Testudo is a terrestrial turtle, and Trionyx is a freshwater turtle. Next then, Rhynchocephalia. Rhynchocephalia, example, Spinodon. Spinodon is present in the New Zealand. Next, in this Spinodon in male, copulatory organs are absent. This Spinodon is considered as a living fossil. Next, Crocodilia. In Crocodilia, crocodiles are included. They are alligators and gavialis. Next then, third one is a Squamata. Fourth one is a Squamata. This Squamata further classified into 2 suborders. One is a Lacertilia, second one is a Ophidia. In Lacertilia, lizards are included. For example, Calotis, Hemidactylus, Chameleon, like that. Next, snakes. Ophidia means snakes. In suborder Ophidia, snakes are included. In snakes, 2 types of snakes are there. Some are poisonous snakes, some are non-poisonous snakes. For example, for poisonous snake, Naja, that is a cobra. Next, Bangarus, that is a kite. Next, Ophiopagus hanna, that is a king cobra. And that is a viper. Russell's viper. These are some important poisonous snakes. Non-poisonous snakes, Tas or Dhaman. Dryophis and Torpedonotus. These are some important non-poisonous snakes. This is about general characters of reptilia and classification of reptilia.